So I have already made my post for the day, but I wanted to kind of take you guys a little bit into like what's going on with me with food today. I just came back from the grocery store. I have been just pigging out on fruits and greens today. This morning I had a whole bunch of dandelion greens. They were awesome. I put a bunch of bananas in there. I put like 6 bananas. I took a whole bunch of bananas, a whole bunch of dandelion greens, and then put like a whole bunch of bananas, about 6 bananas in with the dandelion greens, and then added a whole like thing of fennel. It's just crazy. So I just added a whole bunch of greens, and today I'm really trying to go Mondo with greens. So what I have here already is I've added a couple of bananas. If you can see so far, I've just added 2 bananas into my blender, and I started putting in some 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 kale, but then I was like, no, not quite enough. There's not enough fruit in there yet, so I'm now adding some mango, and so I just cut into a mango, and I'm going to put that in. I'm going to take the kale out and put the mango in here. So I did a little demonstration on mango before, but I'm just trying to get all of this mango in, so I'm just actually using a great big spoon to scoop out the mango. I basically cut along the, you figure out which way the seed is in the mango, and you cut along where the seed is, and you just cut along the seed, and you get a lot of mango there. So now I've added 2 bananas, and I've added an entire mango. Anyway, so now I'm going to add an entire kiwi to the mix, which is going to require me to do some peeling. So please be patient while I peel. I'm actually just going to use a knife. It's going to be easier to do than using the peeler, because the skin is just a little soft. I watched a great talk by and I will find her name and report that back to you, but she's a 70-year-old woman who was diagnosed with cancer when she was in her 40s and decided to go absolutely vegan, and in fact was taken through that process with a doctor, and now she's 70 and she has something like 80 trophies. She does the Ironman. She does like the Ironman race. She's just, truly diehard, and it's her talking. And she has since becoming a vegan. Now she's raw vegan. So for the past 7 years, she's been raw vegan. Okay, so now I've added an entire kiwi. I've added an entire mango. I've added 2 bananas. Okay, I think it's going to be okay. The secret with when you're doing like a Mondo greens thing is that you want to make sure that you're adding enough fruit, not to, well, you kind of want to mask the flavor of the greens, because greens like kale can be really, really, really powerful. And here's the deal, I have a whole bunch of kale here, meaning like it's the entire bunch as I purchased it at the store. I'm just ripping out the stems, just because I don't need all of that. And I am going to try to get this whole bunch of kale in there. I'm at least going to get as much kale as I can fit in to this pitcher. Alright, so yeah, I don't think I'm going to get the entire bunch in. So I have about 3 leaves left. So I was able to get maybe 4 leaves in there. I have the stems. I have 1, 2, actually I have 1. I think I have 4 stems there, so I was able to get 4 leaves, and so, actually no, here's 5 leaves that I was able to get in this bunch. Okay, so next, I've got myself, I've been hitting the grocery store every day since I started on this raw food feast, and just because I'm going through the fruit so quickly, and it is clear that I am going to need a better source for fruit and vegetables, because I'm just going through it too quickly, and I'm trying to do organic. I'm just getting through it too quickly. Okay, so now I'm going to add, this is about 1.5 cups of fresh squeezed orange juice. I am not holding back. I'm not concerned with calories. At this point, I'm eating all raw. I'm really trying to go for greens, and I want this to be delicious. I don't want to be drinking this and thinking, oh, I really wish that I had a slice of pizza right now. So that's the whole point of not focusing on, watching calories or anything like that. What I really am focused on right now is making sure I'm making it taste as good as it can taste, but using only fresh ingredients. So now I've got my, here we go. Excuse me, it's gonna get loud. Actually, once I started blending, I realized I'm gonna be able to get the rest of these greens in, because now there's a lot more room in the pitcher. So yeah, I'm being really serious about getting in enough greens. And the focus is on greens. So again, I may have to edit this down. Look, I got all this, so I got an entire bunch of kale in there, and there's still a little room. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put another banana in there, because I am serious about this being absolutely delicious from the very first sip. And adding enough fruit is what's going to make the difference between something that's just really, really yummy and something that's like, oh, this is bearable. I can eat it. It's okay, you guys. Go ahead and eat your whatever thing you're eating. I'll be over here with my sort of okay tasting. Okay, here we go. So now it is getting down. I'm getting it down in there. I still have I'm using a Vita-mix blender. I don't know if you guys know about the Vita-mix blender. I'm sure that if you have been watching anyone's videos on raw food preparation, I'm sure you've seen a Vita-mix in use before. And the reason why you've seen them is because they really get the job done and they last. I've been using this Vita-mix for 3 years now, and other than the time I accidentally started, well, I would say someone was using the stove. I wasn't using the stove, but someone else was using the stove, and they were next to me, and oh man, as I'm sitting here talking about it, my Vita-mix is giving me some problems, so I have just crammed so much in here, so let's see what happens. Okay, so that took a while. I just had so much in the Vita-mix that it was overflowing, so it just became a whole mess there. So anyway, here I am with my smoothie, beautifully blended. It actually blended a little long for me. I don't like to keep anything in the blender longer than maybe like 10 seconds, but there was just a lot of material in there, so this ended up blending maybe all for a total of 30 seconds, but I kept dropping a couple of ice cubes in there, so now that's just delightful. That is fruit from top to bottom. I definitely taste the banana. I taste all of it. I taste the banana, I taste the kiwi, I taste the mango. My fear was everything would be overpowered by the orange juice that I put in there, but no, everything is just perfect. It's not too thick. It's great. It's just perfect. So there you go. That's how you get a lot of greens. I got a lot to get through. I've got everything in this glass. I've got everything in this pitcher. And then I've got another jar full. So this is probably going to carry me, this is easily going to carry me through the rest of the day, at least until the evening, well, where maybe I will actually have a salad. But that is how you get your greens in. Definitely eating an entire bunch of dandelion greens and an entire bunch of kale is not something that I would want to do over the course of a day. But drinking it like smoothies, I can just like have the smoothie sitting next to me and drink it throughout the rest of the day. It's still pretty early, so it's a little after 1 o'clock. So definitely between now and 6 o'clock, I'll be able to get through all of this without it being too much of a, too much work. And it's really, really delicious. It's kind of like it's like cheating, but it's not. So anyway, you guys have a great one, and peace.